Well, welcome back to the channel. Tony here. So today we have a shop day, and today we are installing the Denali mini air horn. So this, we're probably going to end up mounting it somewhere right about here, because it'll be protected pretty much and it's out of the way. I just got to make sure it's not going to interfere with the dipstick here as far as that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this. So let's do it. This bracket mounts right about here. So you loosen these two, take these two out, and then you have some replacement ones to put in that place to go ahead and mount it there. So we're going to see how that works. So the way that this mounting hardware is set up, so you have a hard mount right back here that this slides into, and then you go ahead and tighten that up, and then that's your that's pretty much your mount right there, which is going to put it pretty much right about there, which does clear the dipstick. I think that'll be a good spot for it right there. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing ready to go, and we'll get it mounted. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove these two. That's where our bracket will go. So we'll go ahead and we'll be mounting this right about there. Those get tightened down to 12 Newton when you put them back on. I'm going to give you some new screws for that. So we'll go ahead and get that set up. All right, so we dry fitted it. Got these guys in it because you can move this and figure where you want it. You just want to make sure this is pointing down so water doesn't get in it. We're kind of liking this position that it's in. You can see the two bolts that are replaced, and then you attach your two wires up underneath here. So they'll be coming out. We'll tie into here, and we'll probably go back up in there. Yeah, I think I'm liking it where it's at. It's fairly protected. I mean, obviously, anything big gets in there, it's toast, but I think that's going to be the good spot for it. All right, so we've got it mounted where we want it, and then we're going to go ahead next and do the harness. So this wire right here, this goes back in, and actually it plugs in where your existing horn is. So two ways: you can splice this into that and keep your existing horn, or just unplug your existing horn and plug this in, and that's what I'm going to do. So we've got to start fishing some wires. It's all attached to this harness, but it looks like there's plenty of room to get over to there. There's your relay. Here's for your battery. So I'm probably going to attach this into my power distribution, and then this is what comes down and will plug into the bottom of this. So I've got to figure out where I want that to come out. Probably going to come out of this somewhere and just bridge over. That way I can kind of tie it to some places over here. I guess the biggest part now is just figuring out where all this is going to go. Probably going to have to lift the tank just because I need to get some wiring back in. I need to get some wiring back in over here. So you can see those two plugs right there. Those are the ones. So these two plugs right here are the two that I'm going to unplug and plug into. So I need to run that wire down here, or I may see about running this wire back up there. So that's what we'll have to play with next. All right, so next we'll go ahead and remove this and remove this guy and free this up and see if we want to route it back up in there. I don't see any sense of routing it back down to here. So we're going to have to probably take this fairing off in order to get to everything in there. But we're going to see if we can't. Maybe we can fish it back up in there without having to do that. So we're going to try to do. All right, so this is where the original was, and I went ahead and took the wire. You can see that wire right up there, and then I spliced it. Not spliced it. I plugged in the other two from there. You got the yellow and the blue. Plug those in. I just looked at the shop manual, and it showed me on this which was the positive and the negative. So just look on your shop manual. I'll note that. I'll have to take a look. But I just looked at what the positive and the negatives here, and then I just looked at the instructions for the horn and picked which one was right, and it worked just fine. So we've got that up there. Just got to clip off some of the zip ties, and you can see that there's the connection right there. It's zip tied, and it comes up underneath here and goes under the tank. You can see there's plenty of room to get it underneath the tank there. And then we'll bring it down. Here it is right here, so we'll go ahead and tuck it in over here, strap this all up, get this all put back in here, and then lower the tank, and we should be done. All right, so we got the wires all tucked in, coming back from up over there, and all tucked in over here. It's kind of tight around here with all this, so we're gonna go ahead and dry fit this and see how that works. I know I'd like to be underneath this, but I don't know if I can get this underneath there. We'll give it a shot. It's a lot of stuff. This is my new charging, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put this. I'm probably going to run it back up underneath here somewhere so that I can access this for charging. This is for my Panniers auxiliary, but mainly for my air pump. All right, so we got the Denali installed. So you can see we got the bracket here that supports this. This is really a good tucked in area. It's protected. It's loud as hell. I won't do it right now because I'm inside and it is really loud. But pretty easy installation. Looks good. And I think that's a good addition. That's where the old one was, so I got rid of that. The connection's fairly easy. I mean, it's just up in there, and the installation is pretty straightforward. Just follow the instructions, and it's good to go. So yeah, I'll be interested to take it out on the road. I won't be able to get out there for another month, but once I get out there on the road, it'd be interesting to see what it sounds like when I'm letting idiots know that I'm around. But anyways, there's the Denali. Very, very easy installation, nice and compact, and yeah, a good upgrade for this bike.